Taiwan is bursting with heaps of fun places to explore. Join me, Amber Hatfield, as I hit up travel hotspots, soak up some culture, and hunt down hidden gems. Let's go! Welcome back to Let's Go. This week, I decided to ask Ching-en to join me on the show and chat a little bit about somewhere to go in Taipei. Because in recent episodes, we've talked about other places outside of Taipei, but I realized I've not really chatted much about Taipei, and there are some cool places to go in Taipei as well. And one of those places is called Dadaocheng, and Ching-en went there quite recently and did something which I hadn't heard of that you can do before. So yeah, should we chat a little bit about what you did the other weekend?
Yeah, so Dadaocheng used to be a very vibrant, hustling, bustling business district in the past, like maybe 50 years ago or even earlier. And the Dadaocheng, actually, it means, in Taiwanese, Dua Diu Nia, means it's a big rice drying field. And before the Chinese Han people settled here, Dadaocheng used to be the territory of the indigenous Basai people. Mm-hmm. And it's around like mid-19th century, the Chinese people came here to do business. Mm-hmm. And because, as you know, that if you see the map, Taipei is surrounded by two rivers, like Keelung River in the north and Danshui River. And Dadaocheng is pretty close to the western side of Taipei. It's close to Danshui River. And that locality made it a really good port for trading. So during the colonial period, 1895 to 1945, it became a really vibrant place where people do trade of tea and fabric. Yeah, so there was a market called Yongle Market in the district of Dadaocheng. It's just at the entrance of the Dadaocheng. There was a street called Dihua Street, Dihua Jie. As you enter there, you can see the Yongle Market, and you go upstairs, you can find many fabric stalls on the second floor. And then you can pick the fabric you like, and then go upstairs to the third floor to find a tailor and a designer to make your own clothes. That's what we did like 2 weeks ago.
Okay, so how does the experience go of like finding a tailor to make your clothes? Because I've not really ever done this before. I didn't know that you can even do this in Taipei. It's a really interesting, unique thing to do. So how was that? How did it go?
Wow, it's just dazzling because the stores actually crowded together. Like there are tons of different kinds of textiles, and those, they have different functions. Like some are for like aprons, some you can make it into Western style suit.
Okay.
And shirts and pants, and also you can make blanket. Yeah, and with different patterns. And so we stay there for like 1 or 2 hours to pick the kind of fabrics you like.
So what did you get made? Did you get like a Western style suit, or what kind of clothes did you get tailored for yourself?
I made a shirt.
Okay.
Because if you go to like H&M and Uniqlo, then you cannot find a size that really fits your body. I think like a tailor-made shirt would fit my body. And if you pick the fabric, it costs less than 1,000, and then it costs like $700 to make the shirt. So it's like less than $2,000.
Okay.
And it's tailor-made, right? So it's pretty economical.
Yeah. So what kind of pattern did you go for? Did you go for like a really bright kind of out there pattern, or did you choose something more generic, like plain?
I picked like a yellowish brown fabric from a fabric store, which is specialized in making suit. So you can imagine it's a more Western style, formal kind of pattern. But one of my friends picked a really cute cat's fabric with cats on it.
Like cats' heads all over his shirt?
Yeah, a lot of cats, you know. So it's
cute.
kind of hilarious. But that's what he likes because he go to some concerts. So that made it more entertaining.
Like a Hawaiian shirt kind of style, but with cats or something?
Yeah, with cats, not with flowers.
Cool. That's fun. So can you also make dresses and things. It's just not just for men, obviously. You can also make clothes for women, like dresses, blouses, things like this.
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
And
okay.
besides tailors, there are a lot of female designers there. So you can see the very delicate details of those skirts.
Uh-huh. And so how long does the process take from like you choose your material, but then they have to measure you up and everything. So how long does all that take? And then do they make it there in front of you and you get it straight away, or do you have to go back and pick it up later?
Yeah, it takes like 10 minutes or 5 minutes, very short time to measure your body. And then it normally takes 2 weeks to finish the whole clothes.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, but because it's Lunar New Year, so they are going to take a break. So we have to go back in March.
Oh,
So
right.
it's gonna take a bit time.
Oh, okay. So if it was somebody that was visiting Taiwan for like a short period, I wonder if they maybe would send them to you, or maybe you really have to live here in order to be able to pick them up.
Yeah, recommend for foreigners living in Taiwan.
Ah, okay. So anyone living in Taiwan, it's easier for you to get that. Maybe, yeah, if you're only on here in Taiwan for a short few days or a week, it might not be really suitable for just a traveler to do it.
Yeah, but I think it's worth looking at. Like there are also some really beautiful bags or purse where you can purchase there. They've made it.
Okay. And then apart from getting all your clothes made and everything, around that area of Dadaocheng and Dihua Jie, there's also a really nice area to just go shopping or looking around as well, because the Dihua Jie, all the buildings are really old and beautiful, right?
Because they did business there. So there used to be a lot. It is still today. There are a lot of rich people.
Oh, is it?
Especially on Dihua Street. And there are a lot of red brick architectures, like in the style of Baroque. So you can see the delicate sculptures on the outside of the building. And so those buildings were transformed into like really modern style of business establishment, and some traditional Chinese medicine shops like were rebranded into the style that young people like.
Is there like cafes and stuff like that?
Yeah.
As well?
You can notice a lot like Louisa Coffee or Starbucks, and in that area you can see those in a renovated building with the modern brand.
Okay. And is there anything else that you guys got up to when you went to Dadaocheng?
This is a not very well-known knowledge, like in Taipei, because I'm teaching Taiwanese. And so, how do you say suit in Taiwanese?
How do you say suit in Taiwanese? I don't know.
You know how to
Teach
say
me.
it in Mandarin, right?
西装.
Yeah, 西装. And people say it like 西装, but it's just direct transliteration from Mandarin to Taiwanese.
Okay.
And actually, suit is called sevilo in Taiwanese.
Sevilo.
Yeah, it's called sevilo.
Okay.
It was borrowed from Japanese. And, where does this sevilo come from? It actually came from London. There's a street called Savile Row.
Oh, Savile Row, yeah.
Yeah, where there you can see a lot of custom tailoring.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the Taiwanese people at that time actually believe this name refers to the suits.
Oh.
So it's, taken for granted. Like, okay, the suit is called sevilo.
Sevilo means Savile Row, which they thought means suits.
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So this is some interesting thing I want to mention.
Yeah, so around the area of Dadaocheng, there are also some other places to go. One of the ones that I have been to before and I enjoy going to is actually the Dadaocheng Wharf area. That's a really nice area along the river, and they have some stores kind of pop up, and also in these big containers, like the containers that you put on ships.
Yep.
And they've made them into some bar and restaurant, and you can sit along by the river, and they have fireworks sometimes, or you can eat, and maybe there'll be music, and you can also ride your bicycle along the river as well.
Yeah.
To get to that area. That's a really nice day out in Dadaocheng area as well.
And maybe some like roadside karaoke. Some elders would go there every day and then sing karaoke. You put the coin, like $10. And then you can sing the song. Maybe you can go there, just listen to them, and maybe you can learn some maybe Taiwanese songs.
Yeah. Okay, so was there anything else that you had that you wanted to tell anyone about Dadaocheng area, what there is to do or recommendations?
Yeah, there are a lot of delicious food. Delicious Taiwanese cuisine, like you fan, like steamed sticky rice, which is something you must try. It's also in the Yongle market. And renbing, which I personally like, spring roll.
I love spring rolls. But they're not the kind of spring rolls that you might think of if you're thinking of typical Vietnamese spring rolls or kind of Chinese fried spring rolls. The renbing is like a large, almost like a pancake style, like flat, very thin, like a crepe. And then you put things inside it, like some different fillings. So like cabbage, and then there's other things like the peanut powder.
Yeah, that's the part I like the most.
Yeah, and then they wrap it all up. So it's almost like a burrito, kind of. It's not like the kind of spring roll that I would imagine. It's kind of like a quite light, like very, a little bit sweet, a little bit savory kind of burrito type thing, but without rice.
You can grab and eat.
Yeah, they're really good.
As you go shopping, right? And also something that, like wheel pies.
Wheel pies?
车轮饼.
Oh,
it's called wheel pies in English. But it's actually a cake, something like a cake. It's a wheel-shaped pastry with fillings, like red bean paste, custard, pickled radish. The flavor I like the best. And also, like recently, a very popular snack. It's actually from Japan. It's called dafu.
I love dafu.
Okay, go
I have a
there.
little bit of a sweet tooth for dafu. So it's like you chew into this mochi, which is like the chewy, kind of stretchy, I don't even know, glutinous. Not sure how to describe it because we don't really have anything like that in English desserts, but this kind of chewy glutinous thing on the outside surrounding this red bean paste, which surrounds this really juicy strawberry, and it's got like a white powder on the outside of it as well. So when you eat it, you get all this white powder dripping down on yourself.
Yeah, true.
But it's really good. It's so yummy.
Yeah,
Sometimes I'll eat like 3 or 4 of them in a row, and then I'm like, I need to stop.
In Taiwan, we call it QQ, like QQ, like stretchy and soft. QQ.
Yeah. So they sell a lot of those around near Dadaocheng.
There is actually a really popular shop, famous popular shop, but in recent years there are a lot more, like just on the roadside. A lot of stores. They are selling dafu.
Okay. Wonderful. So if you want to check out Dadaocheng, you can go and get some dafu. You can go and listen to some Taiwanese elders singing karaoke at the wharf. Or you can also go and get yourself some tailor-made clothes like Ching-en did.
Yeah, try it, go. Besides Taipei 101, there are more interesting things to do in Taipei.
Yes, definitely. That's all for today's episode of Let's Go. See you again next Sunday for more.